Hey friends, Buffaque here again. Today giving you a look at a Taurus revolver. This is the model 44 and 44 Magnum. Comes in a matte stainless steel finish with soft rubber grips. It's got a 6-round capacity. Comes in at 45 ounces. Just to give you a reference, that's about the same as a steel frame 1911, so it is a heavier firearm. It's got a 4-inch barrel. This particular model, the model 44, you can also get it in a 6.5-inch or an 8 3/8-inch barrel. This is the shorter of the three. This is the 4-inch barrel, and it also comes with porting. So that's kind of a nice feature, especially on a high-powered, shorter barreled Magnum revolver like this one. That porting really helps keep the muzzle down, helps with a lot of recoil. So that's kind of a nice feature. Does have double and single action only capabilities, and it has an adjustable rear sight along with a fixed front blade. Overall, guys, this is a pretty nice revolver. I will say that I used to own a Taurus Model 85 in 38 Special. Had a couple of little issues with that revolver, but I also put a lot of rounds through it, and I had the transfer bar break on it once. Taurus took care of it. It took them a couple of months to get it back to me, but they did take care of it. And overall, it was okay. It was what I could afford at the time, and I made it work, and it did fine for what I needed. However, once I had the money, I actually traded it and kind of stepped up to a Smith 442. This revolver, however, I will say that this seems to have better tolerances. The finish of this firearm seems to be just a little more precise than the Model 85 I owned years ago was. For one thing, the lockup on the cylinder is pretty good. You can see just a little bit of wobble right there. However, when the hammer, and I'll show you again that obviously this firearm is unloaded, when the hammer is back, the cylinder locks up completely. There's very little, well, actually there's no, I don't really detect any play in the cylinder when the hammer is back. As far as trigger, it does have a nice crisp trigger pull. As far as action, it may not be quite as smooth as some of your higher-end Smiths, but then again, you're not going to pay the price for this particular Model 44 Magnum that you would pay for some of your Smith & Wesson 44 Magnums. So we've owned this for several years. This actually belongs to my grandfather. He uses it as a home defense gun. He keeps it loaded with Remington 44 mag hollow points. We've put probably in the neighborhood of about 500 rounds through this gun. Haven't had any issues out of it. It's been quite a bit of fun to shoot. I will say that when we've taken this to the range, I've noticed that the energy from the gun seems to just kind of come straight back, kind of into the webbing of your hand. All right, so if you shoot without gloves, as I do, I don't like to wear gloves when I shoot. If you shoot without gloves, at the end of the day, you might have a little bit of soreness just in the webbing of your hand there. But that's about it. A lot of the weight, if you've ever picked one of these up, you probably know what I'm talking about. A lot of the weight that is felt in this revolver is felt forward of the cylinder. That's because the barrel, this has quite a bit of mass to it. And just in holding it, feels like it's a little bit front heavy, but really in terms of shootability, it's quite comfortable because you have so much weight up here. And again, this is just the 4-inch model. You can get it with the 6.5, which I really like, and then there's a 8 3/8, which is just really getting out there. So anyway, guys, that's about all I have to tell you. Just a simple little review on what I think is a great revolver for the money. Currently, Taurus lists this on their website, their MSRP, which is not what you would pay, but their MSRP is $769. So that kind of gives you a reference point, something to compare with your local gun shops. Again, this is the Model 44. If you haven't seen one before, guys, check it out. Let me know what you think. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.